All right, man, we back. Motor City Sports Talk. We in the building. Appreciate everybody for tapping in. Best way to support the channel and donate to the channel is share the video and hit that subscribe button, bell icon button. But let's talk about why Delon Wright should start over Killian Hayes. And I guess we'll talk about Christian Wood, what he did in his Houston Rocket preseason debut. But I appreciate it. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, share the video with a friend, another Piston fan, another Lion fan, another Detroit fan, another Michigan fan, or just share it to the social media streets. Help your boy out. But yeah, Delon Wright should definitely start over Killian Hayes. Let's just be real. Now, if they intentionally tanking or they just want to develop the young guys, well, then one of the rookies should be starting right with Killian Hayes, and that's either, I guess, Bay or Isaiah Stewart, Saban Lee if he ended up making the roster. I think they expanded the roster to 15 people because of COVID. So each of the 15 guys is going to be very, very important just because due to the COVID. So, I mean, you look at it, you got Jeremy Grant, you got Blake Griffin, you got Mason Plumlee, you got CV, you got Killian Hayes, all right? Then you got to say, if we're going to roll with him, we got to put another rookie in there. So, as you saying, you know, Grant to the bench and bring him off the bench, that's tough to pay somebody $20 million. You send Blake to the bench, tough to spend $30-some million. Or are you just trying to showcase Blake Griffin and get him healthy and then trade him? And then the trade deadline has been voted on and will be March 25th. That's going to be the deadline. But my opinion, if we just talking about people that's earned a spot to play, it's Delon Wright. Delon Wright been playing well. He only 28 years old. Got great handle. Shot the ball well last night versus the Wizards, a.k.a. the Bullets. If you didn't know, they said the Bullets were too violent. This politically correct society is just whack. Like the Bullets, like that was a dope team. Dope name, the Bullets. Probably the dopest name in the league at the time. But yeah, Delon Wright is already better. But what's going to keep Killian in the game is he's a really good defender. You know, he's a willing defender. It don't look like his handles are good enough to really, you know, rule the league. And think about that January month. He going to see holiday season. He going to see Drew Holiday. He going to see some Gortat, not Gortat, Jesus. What's my man's name? That's a point guard down there, man. I forget his name. White boy, Kendrick Nunn. I mean, he gonna see a lot of good point guards. Steph Curry. I think at the end of January, you're going to see Chris Paul. Jesus, man. Like, defensively, that's the reason he probably going to start, because I think he coming into the league as a really, really good defensive player and be able to lock stuff down. And that's probably what's going to keep him in the game. But if you're just talking about overall handles and jump shot and be able to really get to the rim and do all that stuff, he's not ready to play. He's not ready on the offensive side of the ball to be able to run a team and say, okay, we gonna make a playoff run. If you think Killian Hayes starting at point guard in the first half of the season, which is 37 games they announced, is gonna get the NBA. He's gonna take the NBA by storm. Absolutely not, from what I've seen this preseason. Hey, people say, "Oh, he's working really hard on his jump shot and all that." You can work hard, but you had the talent, or you had the physical and the mental maturity, you know, to make that next jump. And you're only 19 years old. But Delon Wright, he been in the league. He can defend. He can handle the ball. He can facilitate. He should be your starting point guard if Derrick Rose want to come off the bench. Player for player, Delon Wright is better, got more experience. And he didn't pay this dudes behind Luka, pay this dudes in Toronto. He earned a spot to start. And what it should be is Delon Wright, CV, and Grant. I mean, if you ask me, my personal opinion, is CV, Delon Wright the point guard, Blake can play the 4. I'm going to put Diambo at the 3. And I'm probably riding with, you know, Plumlee at the 5. You know what I'm saying? Or maybe Plumlee better coming off the bench. I haven't seen enough of Isaiah Stewart. They play him a little bit. So it's either him or Jahlil Okafor. And that's how I'm coming. Really, I don't even want Blake to start. Really, I would go with Bay and go with these young guys, in my opinion. But like I said, they probably going to force feed Killian. They trying to force everybody to think he's really, really good. The sheep is going to buy it. And what I mean the sheep is people that's going to believe anything and not believe their eyes. He's not ready to start and run an NBA franchise. Delon Wright should start if Derrick don't want to start. And what they should go with is the lineup I said. Delon, CV, Diambo, Blake, and Mason Plumlee. Straight up and down. Jeremy Grant, I mean, I just trust Diambo a lot. But man, better off. I'd rather put Grant in there over Blake Griffin. Blake is what he is, but he looking good physically. It's hard, man. They went in free agency and just, you know, fucked up a check. That's what they do. They went in free agency and just messed. They didn't need Jeremy Grant. If you was going to bring Jeremy Grant, you should have did a signing trade and sent Blake over there. That's what it should have been. So now you sit here and you don't believe in what Diambo was doing in the offseason, working hard, lifting weight, whatever he's doing, working out, shooting it. So you didn't believe in Diambo so much that you went to get Jeremy Grant and gave him $20 million. If the goal is to tank, which this team is the epitome of tank, and somebody said in some network, it was in one of the newspaper, that it's the worst team in the NBA, then why would you go get Jeremy Grant? They should let Diambo do his thing. Blake build himself up there. This roster is a mess. This roster has no direction. I say cha-cha real smooth to the left. Right foot, they don't know. They say right foot stump, they do left foot stump. Cha-cha real smooth, they do the temptation spin. This team don't have no direction, dude. This team is a team that's, like, if they do good in January, probably going to be a play. But I'm saying this is probably a 20, 25 win team in a 72 game season. I don't see the talent. I can't trust Derrick Rose and Blake Griffin to carry a U-Haul box down the hall because of how. If this team going to be really good, it's going to be because it's going to be either Blake and Derrick Rose stay healthy. That's part of it. Bay, Stewart, and Killian all contribute. Jeremy Grant play at an all-star level. You know, that's probably going to be the situation, in my opinion. But that's just my opinion. But, I mean, everybody want to believe, oh, they're going to be a playoff team. But let's look at the East, and I'll do a preview live. And I'll go live for the first game if I can. But just think about the team real quick, right? They open up against who? Minnesota, right? And Anthony Edwards is not playing well. But he locked up Luka last night. But let's look at it. All right, let's go in the East. You got Boston. You got Milwaukee. You got Philly. You got Miami. You got Toronto. You got Indiana. You got Brooklyn. 7 teams right there. So are the Pistons going to be better than any of those 7 teams? Now, I don't think Washington will playoff team with Russell Westbrook instead of John Wall. But then, if my memory serves me correctly, you still got Washington, which I don't think, Chicago, Orlando, who else you got out there? Cleveland and Knicks, which I don't think much of those guys. Charlotte is still somewhere in there. And I feel like I'm forgetting the team. I'm just trying to think in my head. So really, you competing for the A spot with Orlando, with Charlotte, with the Wizards, with Chicago, with Cleveland. There got to be somebody else left. So you're competing for those with them. I think Indiana going to be in. So, I mean, be honest with yourself. Are the Pistons going to even win a game versus Milwaukee this year? I don't think so. Are they going to be better than Indiana this year? I don't think so. I mean, I don't know if Sabonis coming back, but they got a good team with Brogdon. You know, Ladipo's still there. He coming back healthy. Who are the Pistons going to be better than? You know, are they going to be better than Chicago this year? Chicago, every year I think they improve, but they really physically don't improve. But, I mean, it's just my opinion, man. But, hey, let's move on. Christian Wood put up some good numbers last night. And people pointing the finger, said, oh, Troy Weaver should have kept him. And he basically said on Instagram, or was it Twitter or whatever, that the Pistons didn't want to keep him. And when he could speak on it, he going to break his silence on it. But, I mean, yeah, they should have gave him his money. I don't know what he got in Houston. It's like 3 years, $40-something million. But, yeah, they should have kept him. But maybe he didn't want to be here. Maybe he didn't like Dwayne Casey. Maybe he didn't like the way he treated him. Maybe he didn't like the culture. You know, maybe he'd rather been in Houston. So, technically, they signed him, traded him to Houston, but he didn't want to come back. And he had a good game last night. It's preseason. Let's see if he can consistently, night in, night out, do that. And, you know, in the past years under Mike D'Antoni with Houston, they ain't play no defense. He don't play no defense. So he should fit in well down there. My issue with him was he was trolling people, you know, trolling the fans and deleting stuff and where I'm going to go. Bitch, either going to come back or not come back. It makes us no difference. You know, if he turns out to be a perennial all-star, then the Pistons going to do well. They're going to look like fools. If the Pistons do well, they need that one chip, you know, to fit in to be a championship team. People going to say, well, if you would have kept Christian Wood, you would have had that piece. So it's a lot of woulda, couldas. Of course, fans going to point the finger. I thought they should have kept Christian Wood. But apparently, I think it was 3 years, $42 million. So that's about what? $15 million a year, depending on give or take. If they got 42 or 45. I mean, but you gave Jeremy Grant $20 million a year. That was crazy to me. I didn't understand that. But, you know, it is what it is, man. Let me know what you guys think about Christian Wood, what you think about Delon Wright starting over, Killian Hayes. Don't forget you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter. Reach out if you have a business question, inquiry, response, video request. We're going to advertise your business on the channel. All my social media link subscription, Twitter, Facebook, and Facebook, and Instagram. Want to make a financial donation? Appreciate those. Cash App, CJ Good 313. That's in the description. PayPal link description. Best way to donate personally is share the video. Don't forget you can follow me at Goodfellas Sports TV, my main channel right here on YouTube, Goodfellas Sports TV 2.0. Appreciate the love, support. Don't forget to check out the Detroit Pistons Talk playlist for more videos like this. We will do like somewhat of a preview, hopefully tomorrow, on the Pistons and their season, and then we also I'll probably go live for the first game versus Minnesota, depending on how my day laying out. But hey, appreciate the love, support. Open up against Minnesota sometime next week. And then we do our home openers versus the Cleveland Cavaliers. And there was some rumors going around that Drummond could get traded, but he's yet to get traded. So let me know what you guys think. One time for the one time. Mercy Sports Talk. We go.